Today, hello, I'm going to do a video of all of the state tags I've collected from the southeast region of the United States. Unfortunately, it is not a complete collection of that region because I am missing 2 states. I do not yet have any from Tennessee or from North Carolina, unfortunately, but maybe one day. As for now, these are the ones that I have, and I'll kick it off with Florida. These are the 2 I have for Florida. So this top one is kind of funny. He said, the guy who had it made, he said, hey, our state insect should be the mosquito because we sure have a lot of them down here in the swamps of Florida. And then the second one is part of the state quarter club where they just made path tags out of the state quarters and put color on them. And it shows the famous Florida Everglades. So these are some good tags from Florida. All right, they had a state mammal club a while ago, and I was able to get the one for Alabama, and the state mammal of Alabama is the American black bear. So there is the majestic black bear standing proudly in the state of Alabama. I do have a second tag for the state mammal club having to do with Mississippi, so I'll show that one next. So I do have two tags for Mississippi. So the red fox is the state mammal of Mississippi, and that is the one made for the club, for the state mammal club. I only have those 2 tags for state mammals clubs. That would have been a good club to join, but it was before my time when I belonged to Pathtags. So the top one is showing the state quarter club for the Mississippi. Of course, they're well known for the Mississippi River, and there's the old-fashioned steamboat going through the mighty Mississippi. All right, so there is for Mississippi. All right, moving on. I have one for Kentucky, and this one's kind of neat. It's called Kentucky Trio, showing the 3 horses running in the middle of the state map. As we know, Kentucky is very famous for the Kentucky Derby horse racing, so that was a clever way to make a Kentucky tag. All right, the next one I have here is for Arkansas. And Arkansas has got the nickname called the Natural State, and there's a beautiful looking map of Arkansas in the middle, and it says geocaching in the natural state. I only have one geocache find in Arkansas. It's only because I was driving through really quick, and I made my husband pull over so I could claim that state. I wish I could have spent more time in there. Okay, but anyway, one is better than none. Okay, here we go for Georgia. So Georgia... Let's see, we'll spin it around. I've got 2 for the state of Georgia, and our top one is showing, it looks like a falcon. I think there's an Atlanta Falcon team for sports. And the second one is, I think, the Georgia Geocaching Association. Both of these are showing the beautiful map of Georgia. So there is for Georgia. Okay, I've got 2 for Virginia, and there are the Virginia tags. So our first one is saying Virginia is for geocachers. And of course, they have a lot of history in Virginia. So there's some really good virtual caches there that can teach you about some of the history. And the bottom one is bragging about Virginia being the home of 8 presidents. And there were 8 presidents in our history that came from the state of Virginia. Of course, they have the advantage of being one of the first states, as it was part of the colonies. And then along the rim of the tag, we have the 8 presidents that have come from Virginia. So we have George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, Monroe, Harrison, John Tyler, and Zachary Taylor. And it looks like also Woodrow Wilson, all from Virginia. Okay, so I don't have North Carolina, but I do have South Carolina, and it's showing the beautiful South Carolina flag with the deep dark blue background. Looking good there for South Carolina. All right, coming up next, we got Louisiana, and I've got 3 tags for Louisiana. The top 2 are kind of similar. They might be part of the same set. It shows the Louisiana flag and the Louisiana map, just different color. And then our bottom one here is the State Quarter Club for Louisiana, showing some things that the state is known for. As far as the top of it is showing, I believe that's a trumpet, as that's part of jazz music. And there's a state bird down there below. And there we go for Louisiana, these 3. A very beautiful state. Okay, I've got 4 for West Virginia. I think the reason why I've got so many is that people like to make the tags for the big event called Geo Woodstock, which takes place in West Virginia. So people make up tags for that event, and then they trade them, and then the event is over, and then they have leftover, so then I get to trade for them. But it looks like people have made lots of tags of the map of West Virginia. Okay, so my collection on this region isn't quite complete, but I do like the ones that I've acquired so far. So these are the ones for today as we move through the United States. So these are the Southeast ones. All right, take care.